Hi, Sasha here. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. I'm here to talk to you about my personal daily immune booster routine. I'm not a doctor or anything. I'm a tennis coach. I have a little bit of background with nutrition and physical exercise, but no, I'm not an expert. Okay, but I do some reading, I do some research, and I do what I can for myself and for my family to try and make sure that we stay as healthy as possible. Doing boosting your immune system can help. It may help to stop you getting sick. It may not. It could do. It may also help you fight off, if you do get sick, to fight it off quicker and make it not as bad. There's no guarantees with it. This is just something the best that I've found that I can do, because it's not so much about me getting sick. It's that I have an elderly father who's in a very high risk group. So obviously, and he's here with me. So I have to try and avoid giving him anything. Hey there. Hi. So that's just me. Okay. So, but if you want to, you can do the same thing. Hey there. So it's up to you totally. All right. So why do I want to? So today I'm going to be talking about omega-3, omega-9 and vitamin D, because it's something that I take every day. That I do believe helps me a lot. Okay, so why do I take omega-3? Well, apparently it's something around, I think it's 95% of people are actually completely out of balance between their omega-3 and omega-6. Now, I didn't understand that or anything, so I did have to do some research. Hey, Hattie, how you doing? So is anyone here? Do you know anything about omega-3, omega-6? Have you heard about this? It's a big issue with our diet, with everything, that our omega-6 is much, much, much too high. In fact, I've heard of some where they're absolutely sky high. So we're looking to get the right balance. Mine was 16.5, I think it was. And apparently the average in Europe is around about 15 to 1. So by that I mean I had 16.5 of omega-6 to 1 of omega-3. Now I expected to be better than that, because I actually loads of avocados, I ate loads of nuts and seeds and loads of olive oil as well. So I eat a lot of things that should contain a lot of omega-3. Hey, great to hear it, Harry. Ndaxi. Kala. Oh, I'm going to go tomorrow and pick up the stuff you sent me. Thank you very, very much. Perfect. So I had no expectation of it being so high. So what I'm going to do is, so I've started taking an omega-3 product that helps me balance it all out. And I'm going to be testing it again in a few months to see how much it's improved. Now, I'm not going to go in depth to all the different sort of things with omega-6 and omega-3, because really what we're talking about today is your immune system. But basically, what does it mean if you've got too much omega-6? Well, basically, omega-6's job is to create inflammation, which sounds bizarre, but it is. And that's what actually helps with healing. Now, the issue comes when you've got too much omega-6, and then what happens is you start to get inflammation in your body. It could be anywhere, or it could be all over. And you see, there's a lot of conditions that at the root cause, they have inflammation. I mean, sometimes when you go to the doctor, you'll hear them say, oh, you've got this problem. It's an inflamed this or inflamed that. And in actual fact, in theory, it could actually be caused by having too much omega-6. In theory, I'm not going to go into whether it is or isn't. Okay, I'm not a doctor. Okay, so basically, most chronic disease have inflammation at their root. That's things like diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, autoimmune conditions, and cancer and other things. That can be one of the things that can be causing the problem. Okay, and other inflammatory conditions as well. If you have one, it can sometimes then you start to get another and another and another. So you've got inflammation everywhere. Okay, so apparently what omega-3 does is getting the right balance between your omega-6 and omega-3 is it actually then stops the inflammation that you've got in your body. So it sounds like a great thing. So I'm very, very enthusiastic about this. I'm very excited to see how much effect it has on me. At least I can prove it. I've done a test beforehand. I'm going to do a test after several months, which is great. But apparently it also helps to boost your immune system by actually enhancing the functioning of the immune cells. if you think about it, one of the things that omega-3 does is it actually helps the cell membrane fluidity, so it makes it softer, so you can actually absorb the right things, and it lets the right things out as well that you need. The problem is if it's all held in, because the inflammation makes it hard at the outside. So that's what I've heard anyway. That's what I've been told. So great. Okay, so as well as taking, so if you remember, I've done in the other sort of immune system ones, I think it was number 2, I talked about vitamins and minerals. And so as well as getting all the right vitamins and minerals for my immune system, I also take omega-3. And if I'm going to bother with it, I'm going to make sure I actually get the right ones, the best ones. Okay, so as with everything else, not all things are equal. Hey there, Saggy. Hey, how you doing? So basically what I need, some of the things I look for are to have the right fatty acids in there. There's the DHA and EPA, and they need to be at quite high levels. There's recommended levels by, I think it was Harvard I was reading, and they had recommended levels. I'm not going to go into technical today. And the fatty acids are one of the main things that help with omega-3 working well. So if your omega-3 supplement doesn't have them in, then it's not going to do as much good as it should. Also, I was reading up about it, and some of the things is that omega-3 can actually degrade fairly quickly. So one of the things that it should also have in is polyphenols, which help to make the shelf life longer, help it to last longer, so that you get the maximum benefit from the supplement you're taking it. Plus, if you get them, like for example, the one I take has cold pressed pre-harvested olive oil in it. So with that, you get the goodness of all the polyphenols, and the polyphenols also are antioxidant. And so again, that helps with your immune system. And if you read up about the olive plant as a whole, it has so many good properties, health benefits. So it's great to also be taking that as well. And I think I mentioned in number 2, my immune boost routine, number 2, about vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, as some people call it. Even though I live in a hot country, I'm sure I'm vitamin D deficient as well. It's actually quite hard to actually absorb a lot of vitamin D. So again, and vitamin D, as I mentioned in that, is very, very good for your immune system. So I also take a little bit boost within my omega supplement. I have vitamin D is in it as well, which is great. So it combines everything, which is really cool. Hey, Ilse. Anyway, so that is another thing that I use to boost my immune system. And, if there's any of these tips you have that you want to ask questions, please do. As I said, I'm not a doctor. I can maybe point you in the right direction or something. And, as I said, it's only to help you some ideas for trying to remain healthy and trying not to get sick, or at least be able to fight it better. But this is what I do. Okay, you can do it, you can not do it. It's totally up to you. And if you'd like more information, send me a message and I can tell you where I get the stuff from. I get it delivered to my door directly with DHL, which is still working at the moment here, which is great. So I'm not sort of nervous about running out, which is great. So take care, have a wonderful day, stay safe, stay home, please, and look after yourself. Okay, take care, bye-bye.